So today we're going to talk about two different type of ops. There's this op, her name is Abyss, and the second op is Quick Whip. And both of them have one thing in common. One op honestly had something in common where she did villainy because of the fact of her family lineage. And when I say family lineage, I mean it went back. That shit went back, like from going to like her mama to her like auntie and everything. Compared to LT grade, yes, it went back. Like, based on these receipts, it went back, bro. Like, all of them was her family bloodline. She didn't agree with it, but sadly, that's a business like reality when it comes to what she wants to be in her life, or what she has to be, essentially, or pushed to be because of her family lineage. Like going back to her grandmama, to her auntie, to her mama, etc. Like, they all became abysses, and she's the next one in line, sadly. And that's how she became, like, known for her villainy. It's only because of the fact that she feels like she needs to be, always pushed to be more into having a villain role versus someone that's trying to do something better for herself and do good. Whether it be doing good or either just to do something for herself that's good for her or whatever, which, man, it's just wild. More than 1,000,000% it is wild. And I'm sad for her deep down for the most part. Like, she's crashing out just only because for the fact of like her family lineage does it, so she has to do it. Now, the fact thing about like Quick Whip's backstory is the fact of she had to work with this woman that was basically a whole nother like brother blood type of situation, but more like the dollar store version, because all she could do is just basically throw darts at people and talk to them a certain way. I think she groomed them. I mean, the only reason why I made like a brother blood reference is because look at this man compared to her. She ain't nothing but close to brother blood almost. Maybe even like Agatha's niece. I say Agatha's niece because, my goodness, we all know how old this woman is. I mean, literally, she has either taken people's like magic to keep herself youthful and powerful, or either she just keep on like resurrecting herself in different ways and still stay in the same plane of Marvel. So Quick Whip gets into her whole backstory where she wanted to go into culinary arts school, but sadly that took money, which she didn't have. And sadly, basically Lady Bullseye, which was the woman that I was talking about before, that looks like basically just Lady Agatha's like niece. Man, she had to steal for her, make money for her, but then gradually over time she just became sad and just depressed over it. So she kept running from her while also at the same time stealing. And yeah, that's why she lived a crime life for the most part, because it wasn't her choice. It was technically like her just trying to do better for herself. And sadly, she just ended up in the wrong crowd in the situation when she was trying to get from point A to point B, which you can be very sad for Quick Whip. To also both of them teaming up using their artillery, weaponry and fighting prowess together with fighting skills against the ops in one small subway station. It's not just these two things that honestly got to me about this episode, and just how she could possibly be more, Quick Whip could be more than just a petty thief and just a villain. And also just the fact of these two just giving me just JJK vibe. It's the very end of the episode as well, where Moon Girl talks up for her and takes up for her with that shield agent and made her become what she wanted to be, making her dreams come true slowly by basically being her own chef, or honestly an apprentice chef in one bakery, and she's actually doing good in there. I mean, they're eating crepes and everything, along with that shield agent that honestly wanted to put her away in bars. And this episode is honestly just a start where basically more is coming when it comes to good wise, not just good of putting away villains in bars or either killing them, but just literally reforming them and giving them a second start in life. Because sometimes it's not always black and white all the time in all situations. I say that because, again, that's the same shield agent right there chilling with them, eating the same crepes. And that's what I love about this episode. It gets into like deeper like meanings and deeper like subculture, I guess, like not subcultures, but sub like topics over what goes on in like, I guess, America, especially in the black community, sadly, where yes, sadly, you always have to deal with the whole like, I guess, struggle of being a part of a system. And when you're a part of that system of you were incarcerated one part of the time or was a felon, then it's going to be hella harder for you to even like be hired somewhere else. And I already know that because of the fact of like, well, looking at all the job market itself and including everyone else, like with me, especially slowly getting out of college, it's just the fact of like the job market is upside down right now. Like it's harder for everybody to get like their, I guess, intended type of, I guess, like role or career role that they wanted when going to school and stuff because of how much it's upside down. But even then, like the whole villain thing where you honestly just causing crimes or either just stealing stuff, that's even way worse because when you're incarcerated or you have a like background of being incarcerated, they will always flat out say no because of just you being a felon. Like most store, like I guess owners or most business like owners and managers will always like do that to you, sadly, because it's just how it is happening most of the time, both either under their watch or either how America's system is built the way that it is. It's just sad. But I love the fact that Moon Girl made this system where no, we need to redo this again. We need to build the whole status quo of we don't have to like kill villains. We don't have to like wipe them out in IRL, out of like IRL. We don't have to like, I guess, put them in jail and just make them rot in jail. We can also like rehabilitate them, or at least trying to rehabilitate them by just giving them a second chance, allowing them to like flourish in different ways, trying to find a way how they could use their skill set or either their power sets to do something better for themselves, whether making their own business or being a part of one, to also just doing better for themselves. And I love this for Quick Whip, and I love this for Abyss, because one honestly just basically destroyed like family, like curse slash a family, like I guess curse that's been passed down from generation to generation, while the other basically just didn't have to be like a street rat just stealing for no reason because of just what was going on in her life. Also, this was funny. These scenes were funny on how Lunella was trying to like cover up that no, she's Moon Girl, or she had Moon Girl energy going on by making a whole, I guess, what's the word, a help type of, I guess, program for villains to just reform themselves. I find this very funny because Lunella's like expressions be wild. But again, I love that Moon Girl, this like version of Moon Girl, did help villains like become who they are now in these other places to be better and do better for themselves versus always just trying to do the wrong thing all the time.